2025 CAF Women's Champions League. An exciting clash awaits us between the high-scoring sides ASEC Mimosas of Côte d'Ivoire and FC Masar of Egypt. Only one will book their place to join ASFAR in the final, which is to be played this coming Friday. We come to you live from Ismaila at the Suez Canal Stadium with temperatures of 13 degrees Celsius, a little bit more brisk, and a humidity of 65%. What ASEC Mimosas lack in experience at the continental stage, they make up for in determination. The West African debutantes, who earned their spot in this year's edition by defeating Bayelsa Queens from Nigeria in dramatic fashion, have had to jump over important hurdles to reach the semi-final. After upsetting title holders Le Tout-Puissant Mazembe on match day 1 with a dominant performance and a 1-0 result, les Actionnaires were then held to a 1-1 draw by JKT Queens in a hotly contested match. On the final day of the group stages, they released the Kraken, firing 4 past Botswana's Gaborone United to finish as leaders of Group B with 7 points. Defensively sound, physically fit, and dangerous through their towering forwards Diallo and Ouedraogo, the Abidjan-based club have several arguments to reach the final. As for FC Masar, a semi-finalist of the 2025 Women's Champions, a semi-finalist of last year's edition, the memories of last year must still ring fresh in their minds. Having fallen to ASFAR in last year's edition, at this very stage, the Cairo-based club bowed out of the tournament, having won the 3rd place match nonetheless, collecting a bronze medal. The newly formed club set their sights on achieving more, and they've already had to work hard to reach the knockout stages. Qualifying directly as a representative of this host nation, they still took part in the UNAL tournament, yet finished behind ASFAR. Destiny would have it that in their opening match in the finals, they would play against ASFAR yet again, which ended in a 0-0 draw, but not without heroics from their goalkeeper, Habiba Sabri, who was not only last year's goalkeeper of the Women's Champions League last year, but nominated this year for FIFA the Best Women's World 11. Match day 2 is a different story. A cascade of goals. 5-0 past 15 de Agosto of Equatorial Guinea, with a brace scored by Amira Mohamed, or Yasmin Abdelaziz, excuse me, and all forwards getting off the mark. The final day was dramatic, starting with when they were staring at a possible exit until a stoppage time goal scored by substitute Farah Al-Mahdi to save the day, save the tournament, and save the campaign, allowing for the side to finish in 2nd behind ASFAR, who booked their ticket for the final earlier this afternoon. So as FC Masar have a young side with plenty of excitement, speed, and led by the creativity of Mayra Ali, the Egyptians will mix entertaining football with efficiency, and you won't want to miss this. As for ASEC Mimosas, the women's team are eager to add to the most prestigious trophy in African club football and match their male counterparts who successfully won the CAF Champions League in 1995. FC Masar, part of the Right to Dream network of academies and clubs around the world, owned by Sir Mohammed Mansour, extending to Ghana, Egypt, and Africa, as well as United States and Denmark. Since acquiring FC Masar, Sir Mohammed Mansour has had exceptional results. In their first season, they won the Egyptian Cup. In their 2nd, completed the double. And in the 3rd season, can they add the Women's Champions League to their trophy cabinet? As you can see in the stands, the children of the Right to Dream project, well, of the Right to Dream Academy. As the players walk out to the anthem of the CAF, as the camera pans on the Ola ball designed by Puma, featuring vibrant colors and dynamic patterns, symbolizing the energy and passion of African football. FC Masar arriving on your left. ASEC Mimosa joined by the Hands on the right. And we have a cracking match of football to be played this evening. Two teams that can be compared only by the fact that they scored 6 in the group stages and only conceded 1. High scoring sides, yet only one will emerge victorious after this match, whether it's in 90 minutes, after 120 minutes, or after even penalty shootout. That is yet to be seen. The formalities of the pre-match, signs of sportsmanship as every player shakes their hands, especially with the officials. Our head referee, Ansino Twanyanyukwa of Namibia. We'll look at the starting lineups. Siaka Chare, the manager of ASEC Mimosas, opting for a 3-5-2. Bei Noadiaro Aboyapo, the midfield of Mariam Diawara, Essi Matilda Dagba, Erika Rosalie Gnounoué, Akissi Nadej Nguesson, and Aisha Fofana on the right. And then the two clinical forwards, Abibou Ouedraogo and Ami Preska Diallo. 5 goals between the two. Abibou Ouedraogo also decisive in terms of assists to be distributed, providing 2 in this tournament. 3 players at risk of suspension. Nguesson, Gnounoué, the captain, and Anastasie Bei. If they are to pick up a yellow card, they will miss the next match, which could be devastating if they are to qualify for the final. Less so if it's a 3rd place match. As I mentioned, Ansino Twanyanyukwa, the manager, will be assisted by Nancy Kasitu, Mariam Shedad on the lines, and 4th official, Aline Umutoni of Rwanda. See both captains, Erika Rosalie Gnounoué and Amira Mohamed. Amira Mohamed, very strong defender, unconventionally wearing the number 8, but playing as a center back, not afraid of getting stuck into challenges as well as distributing the ball. She'll have to play a pivotal role. In the VAR room, Salima Radia Mukansanga and Karin Atzezambong Fomo, her assistant. The starting lineup put in place by Abdelrahman Ayed, the very young and ambitious manager. In goal, Habiba Sabri, Amira Mohamed, the captain, Juliet Bolopo Etopa, and Shad Gonim, the back 3. Habiba Baktish and Hassad Umbamba on the wings. In the middle, Yasmin Abdelaziz, Fiona Nabouime, the enforcer, Mayra Ali in charge of the creative spark, Alice Ogebe and Habla Abdel Samad, the front 2. Alice Ogebe, the only one, as well as Habiba Sabri, dealing with the risk of missing out if they are to collect a yellow card in this match. So, Siaka Gigi Traoré, the Ivorian manager, and Abdelrahman Ayed, the Egyptian coach and manager for FC Masar. His substitution on match day 3 was critical, allowing his side to reach the knockout stages. It was Farah Al-Mahdi who came on in the 89th minute and scored at the 90th, well, 92nd even. "22 players are on the pitch at the Suez Canal Authority Stadium in Ismaila, Egypt. A very familiar venue. The closing semi-final. The winner to play against AS FAR on Friday. The loser to feature against Tipe Mazembe in the 3rd place match. Two sides that are meeting for the first time, and we are off. ASEC Mimosa in their yellow kits, attacking from left to right. FC Masar wearing their black strips, the home side, from right to left. Experience slightly in favor for FC Masar. But Abibou Ouedraogo getting on her wheels. Clever fake, late run in. And FC Masar having to do everything they can to deal with the delivery. Unable to prevent Ouedraogo from sending a dangerous ball into the box. Oh, it's a good give and go. And up to the races, Mbamba. Electric pace to start this match. We'll expect to see two sides that are full of energy and determination. Have goals in them as well. Mbamba dispossessed right in front of Tonya Nyukwa, and there's no foul. Ouedraogo yet again. Comfortable with both her feet, Abibou Ouedraogo. Myriam Diawara is kept alive by Dagba. Great sense of anticipation from Fiona Naboulime. That does a lot of good to the Egyptian side. And calming down the plays, the goal scorer Hala Abdel Samad. Oh, it's a clever nutmeg. Ogebe with the outside of her foot, searching for Hala Abdel Samad. Another nutmeg. And you can't even catch a breath or blink. Both teams going straight for goal, not wasting any time. And it's a bit urgent defending there from Noura Diarra. But it gets the job done. Mahir Ali, in all her trickery, working on the left. Mahir Ali played a pivotal role in the qualification. Was a star in the group stages. That's a clever ball in again. She'll get a second chance, and showcasing her experience, lets the ball go out for a throw in, and FC Masar can enjoy holding on to possession deep in ASEC Mimosas half. As Shad Gonim takes a throw in. Ali's looping ball into the box. Hazat Mbamba, the 19-year-old pacey forward, unable to get a control, and ASEC Mimosa struggling to build from the back. And on his feet is Abdelrahim Ayed, the manager who consistently fields a very young side. The average age is around 21 years old, and overpowered here by Dagba. Ami Preska Diallo, she has a top speed that arrives late, but once she gets there, she's hard to beat, and she's earned a corner kick. Julia Bolopo Etopa, the center back wearing number 26 for FC Masar. Pokes the ball out of bounds. And the first corner of the match is in favor of the visitors. They have height with Abibou Ouedraogo. Strikes the post, but unable to find a teammate. Opting to let the ball strike the post. She was pretty confident in her decision, Abiba Bitash. The captain clears it. Hala Abdel Samad controls it properly, and it's a bit of a mess by FC Masar. And Ouedraogo is going to believe until the very last moment. Keeps it alive, but in the end commits an infringement that's spotted immediately by Insigne Tonya Nyukwa. Great bit of skill by Shadgonim as well. We've seen several moments of silky play from ASEC Masar in these opening 5 minutes. Technically, they are a superb side. Follow all the action as well with the hashtag CAF WCL 2025 on all social medias. Fiona Nabulime carried away with her will to win possession back for her side. It's a pass that breaks the lines, but ASEC Masar doing very well to recover as a block. And ASEC Mimosas forced to start over from the back. Anastasie Bei, Fiona Nabulime harassing the ball carrier, but now they've allowed for Ouedraogo to go for goal, but that was a speculative attempt from the Burkinabe forward, Abibou Ouedraogo. You can't fault her for trying. She's high on confidence. Scored 3 goals and 2 assists this tournament alone. All from open play. She was also the top goal scorer in last year's Côte d'Ivoire domestic championship with 39 goals, staggering amount. It's a cushioned header from ASEC Mimosas. They scramble to send it into the box, and equally scrambling to clear was Juliette Bolopo-Etopa. So after an opening 3 minutes or 4 minutes where ASEC Masar, the Egyptian side, were slowly installing themselves in ASEC Mimosas' half, we're seeing a good response from Les Jaunes et Noirs. ASEC Mimosas, newcomers to this tournament, but oh, it's a good cross. Oh, Habiba Sabri reacting well. The danger is not extinguished just yet. There's players still in the box to search for, but great recovery from ASEC Masar. But the first look on goal comes from ASEC Mimosas. Beautifully boxed out by Habiba Sabri. In anticipation of this match, everything pointed to Habiba Sabri having to be at her top level if ASEC Masar are to qualify to the final. She's been playing extraordinarily well this tournament. She's made 12 saves, more than any other goalkeeper. And Ouedraogo is one of the biggest threats of this tournament as well. So this match has all the ingredients for a showdown. And it raised a clash by all standards and definitions of the word. It's interesting from ASEC Mimosas, given that in this tournament they've been a side that have been mostly dangerous in the second half. But they're starting well with bright intentions, looking to strike first, it seems. It's an out-swinging corner. It's going to bounce all the way to the second post, and it was always going to go up and over. Mariam Diawara's volley attempt really caught the ball from underneath. The captain, Amira Mohammed, waiting for the first line of pressure to arrive before dispatching Habiba Biktash. Her pass goes all the way to Ogebe. It's an ambitious attempt of a give and go, and on the case was Aisha Fofana. That was a bit naive attacking from Aisha Fofana, and she's put her side in a little bit of a vulnerable situation. The no-look pass from Mayra Ali. And she does well to make up for her previous giveaway, Fofana. A very balanced match. It's looking like it could go either way. A battle at the summit of continental football between two sides that are seemingly finding their peak levels of performance. Of course, the Women's Champions League began earlier on this month, the 8th of November. They've already played 4 games. Well, this is the 4th game in that 10-day period. These are sides that have also usually kept their same starting 11s, going to all the way. Oh, success from number 9 of FC Masar, Hala Abdelsamad. And Sino Twanyanyuka has to intervene. A challenge deemed outside of the rules of the game on Akisi Nadej and Guesson by who other than Fiona Nabulime, the midfield enforcer. She seems to be magnetized to every ball in the midfield, Fiona Nabulime. Whether she's successful or not, she's involved. What a run this was from Hala Abdelsamad, and what a tournament she's had. On match day 1, proved to be a little bit too discreet. Her influence had completely diminished in that match. She didn't start on match day 2, came off the bench, had a huge impact in that 5-0 victory against 15 de Agosto, and ever since she's come into her own. Very risky play from Amira Mohammed. Blocks the cross, but ASEC Mimosas are taking touches inside of the FC Mazar's box. Long ball approach. Why not? Hazat Mbamba has the legs to chase. Fortunately for the Côte d'Ivoire side, Dabilgou was there. Mahir Ali Ogebe, the Nigerian forward. This time, Al Abdelsamad is thwarted before she could find her an intended target. Great bit of skill. And then in the end, Amira Mohammed extending her leg to stop the cross. It's given away, and ASEC Mimosas have a throw in. Ouedraogo escapes the press of Nabulime. It's Dagba. Gives it back to Ouedraogo, who anticipated it well. Closed her foot at the last minute to try and search for that near post. She's in an offside position. Decision coming a little bit late, as Ouedraogo is able to even go all the way out. It's very close, as Habiba Biktash at the top of your screen seemed to be on a very close line with Ouedraogo, and she received the pass back. Nonetheless, these are two sides that are looking dangerous when they go forward. Unsurprisingly, both sides have scored 6 goals in their group stage matches, but they also had successful defenses. FC Mazar, of course, scored 5 of those 6 in the same match, and only 1 in their final game against Ousfasa Bamako, where they played against a side that defended well. Were leading 1-0 until the stoppage time. Shifted to the open space to Habiba Biktash, but equally, it's good movement in from Hazat Mbamba, who started the match at the left, but has that freedom to move to separate parts of the pitch, and picking up the ball on the right. One touch to control, one touch to get away. Provokes the challenge of Anastasia Behi, who's late. And for those who have watched the Women's Champions League, Maïda Ali is an accomplished set-piece taker. She could really decide exactly where she wants to send it in. A driven trajectory of that cross. Maïda Ali, oh, she's caught out. And Presque Diallo is facing the goal. Struggling with the ball at her feet a little bit. Runs into the wall of Amira Mohamed, who defended with such bravery, the captain. With Aogo on the right. Waited for the perfect timing. And Amira Mohamed, not once but twice. And reorganizing her team. Leading by example, Amira Mohamed. Called up to the Egyptian national team. Just 22 years of age, she has almost innate leadership qualities. She's also physically very prepared to go to duels. And this time, Fiona Nabulime is on the other end of the whistle. She picks up a foul. The Ugandan midfielder, only the 4th ever to play in the CAF Women's Champions League. When she signed for FC Masar from Kawempe Muslim. She had already developed a reputation for her defensive prowess. Here she is again, Nabulime. Maïda Ali, a different profile, known for offensive, and the runs of FC Masar's forwards are unsettling FC Mimosas. We'll have to be careful. They succeed, and Noura Diarra up to the task. What an opening 17 minutes this has been. You can't take your eyes off the match. At any moment, a side can break out, and it's high velocity football. Ball goes out of play. Challenge on Maïda Ali. She claims she's fouled. Perhaps not on the first challenge, but on the second. Tsinotona Nyukwa. Quick to blow her whistle. Between Essie Matilda Dagba and Maïda Ali. Once you start using your arms to push your opponent and they're extended from your body, that's when to clear foul. Maïda Ali, another driven trajectory. Perhaps that's one of the skills in her arsenal that they agreed to put in place in this match. It hasn't worked out yet. And with Raogo spearheading this counterattack. Ami Presque Diallo spreads to Fofana. Fofana really has to focus on delivering a quality cross. It's not one of her strong suits. Amira Mohamed clears with the outside of her right foot. Oh, it's bouncing inside of FC Masar's box, and Habiba Biktash first on it. And into the safe gloves of Habiba Sabri. Finally, FC Masar could let out a sigh of relief. But the club playing in their home country, not exactly dominating, struggling to find their forwards in dangerous positions as they would wish. We haven't seen much of Yasmin at all, the number 11 for FC Masar. She was the top goal scorer in the UNAF qualification phase. It's the top goal scorer of the side in this knockout stages. There she is at the top of your screen, almost forgotten. But there she's being searched for, perhaps. No, it's Umbamba who's going to get there first. There's Yasmin getting involved. Umbamba's cross. Blocked professionally and expertly by Noura Diarra. Another interception by Fiona Nabulime. So difficult to get past the number 6 for FC Masar. Ami Presque Diallo. No reason for a foul to be called. 50-50 challenge, and that's good defending from Amira Mohammed. That's a pity. Amy Brescadiero should have done better with the ball at her feet there. Seemed as if she was almost in a better position, but Amira Mohammed defending while charging forward did what she needed to do. Bamba claiming there was reasons for a handball. While looking at the replay, doesn't seem there was much in it for the referee to blow her whistle and point to the penalty spot. And now see it again. She does have to be careful though, Noura Diarra. Can't take your eye off the ball and have your arms in the air. That can result in a penalty. In this case, it wasn't, but Amira Mohammed receiving some medical attention. Have a drink of water and will surely return to join her teammates in their quest to reach the final of the Women's Champions League, which is to be played on Friday. The loser of this match will also remain in Egypt to play the third place match, also on Friday, but earlier in the day. Of course, at stake is not just the prestige as well as of the trophy. It's quite a handsome prize money for the winners. $600,000 US dollars for the winners, $400,000 for the runners-up. So whoever wins this match, at the very least, will pick up a reward which could make a huge difference. Beyond all that is also a ticket to play against the winners of the African Champions League, the Asian Champions League, the club from Wuhan, Chengdu. The winner of that match will participate in the inaugural edition of the FIFA Club Women's World Cup, which will be taking place in January 2026 in London. They'll face Arsenal FC, representing Africa. Ogebe, good layoff right into the path of the run of Al Abdelsamad. She doesn't make the most of that very smart pass from Elise Ogebe. It's down the line in search of Amy Prescadialo. Can she get the best of Gonim? Body feints to try and do it. Oh, it's left on. Not exactly sure what she was aiming for there. And si Mathilda Dagba. Excuse me, it was Nguesson. Oh, this layoff perfectly into the path of Al Abdelsamad. She knew exactly to not put too much pace on that header. Just a gentle deflection was enough. Nabulime spreads it wide, and in space is Yasmin. Yasmin's going to take a couple of touches before sending a ball into the box. Mayra Ali takes a volley, and she's won a free kick in a very dangerous area. It's a handball, and there was foreshadowing, perhaps a warning earlier on. ASEC Mimosas, in defending a cross from Hazatou Mbamba, raised their arms. And it's the same defender, Noura Diarra. That's a scuffed clearance header from Abou Yapo, straight into the chest of Mayra Ali. And Noura Diarra this time, not so fortunate. Nina Yadi Dabilgou, the Burkinabe's goalkeeper. Will she have to showcase her reflexes from a very close range free kick, or will she be defeated by an excessive amount of quality? Because to score from this distance, you have to loop the ball over the players and under the crossbar. It's Umbamba, it's over the net. Oh, what a save! Dabilgou parrying the ball onto the frame and keeping ASEC Mimosas from conceding the first strike of the night. Not much as that Umbamba, the shooter, could have done better there. She did exactly what was required. But Nina Yadi Dabilgou, the goalkeeper of ASEC Mimosas, stretched to her left, palmed the ball onto the post. Great technique in the free kick. Even better on the save. All the wall not jumping or fulfilling its duties, leaving for Nina Yadi Dabilgou to be so quick with her reflexes. Razor sharp reflexes from Nina Yadi Dabilgou. What a moment that is in this match. The first real chance on goal coming to FC Masar, who from set pieces confirmed that they are a force to be reckoned with. And the supporters here at the Suez Canal Stadium in Ismaila pushing for FC Masar surely to reach the final. We're this close to being able to celebrate the opening goal of this match, the only goal to perhaps to be scored in the semi-final so far. As a reminder, AS FAR got past Tipe Mazembe earlier this afternoon. The match ended in a 0-0 after 120 minutes, went to penalty kicks. There's too much weight on that pass, but it's scuffed. Presque Diallo, the one-touch effort, and it's another post. Scenes here in Ismaila, a post apiece. It's chaos. What a spectacle it's been. And FC Masar, can they react quickly and threaten the goal on the other end? Umbamba, she miscontrols. Had she found it in her stride, she probably would have been one-on-one again with Dabilgou. Ami Prisca Diallo remained cool-headed, laid off the ball. I believe it was either Mathilda Dagba or Akisi Nadej Nguesson who struck the post for ASEC Mimosas. FC Masar's Yasmin Abdelaziz not up on her feet yet. Perhaps Ancino Tanyonuka will have to stop play. With Raogo harassing and winning her physical duel, it's Ami Presque Diallo. And since ASEC Mimosas struck the post, it's been non-stop. Initially, this ball seemed as if it was going to be captured safely, but she makes a real mess of it, Abiba Sabri, especially a goalkeeper of her standards. And quite honestly, FC Masar are lucky to not have conceded a goal there. It's not through defense, the goalkeeping heroics. It's Dagba who's imprecise on her shot. That was a golden opportunity for ASEC Mimosas, and they're unable to take it. Well, if ASEC Mimosas are unable to qualify to the final, Mathilda Dagba will surely be losing some hours of sleep. That was a clear opportunity. FC Masar. Throw in from Mayer Ali. Perhaps should have left it to Shad Gonim, given that she's lost possession from the throw. Clever body feint from Presque Diallo, who's going to shoot with her left foot, but again, Amira Mohamed And a collision between Ouedraogo and Yasmine Abdelaziz. Both top goal scorers involved in an aerial battle. Ouedraogo clearly winning her duel there, but then taking a lot of Abdelaziz with her. Leading with her knee. And both players will receive some medical assistance. And also play will stop. Time for players to rehydrate. It's very humid conditions in Ismaila, the Suez Canal Stadium. What a pace there's been in this match. Still 0-0, but thoroughly entertaining. Amy Presque-Diallo, that was the right decision. She probably wouldn't have been able to score on her own. Waited for her teammate to arrive, and the power was there, and the precision was so close for Messi Matilda Dagba, the new recruit in the summertime. We see here tantalizingly close to getting the opening goal. As for Hazat Mbamba, her shot was on target, but she met her match in Nina Yadi Dabilgou. This is exactly the sort of match we'd hope to see. Both sides showcasing their offensive strengths, while also, can't forget, are some of the best defensive teams in the African continent as well. So there's very little in it between these two sides, but when a chance presents itself, it's really going to be the team that is the most clinical that will emerge victorious, certainly. Masar. Mbamba, so good in her dribbling, and then had the vision to find Yasmine. Here's Biktash. She'll run into space. Mayra Ali settling the game in the midfield, but not afraid to go to duel. She's brought down, but held on to it a little bit too long. Perhaps some overconfidence in her dribbling abilities. Mira Mohamed challenged, and Amy Presque-Diallo collects the foul. You can hear resonating around the stadium the cries of defiance towards that decision from ASEC Mimosas bench, not believing that Amy Presque-Diallo had broken the rules, but so far it's been a match without any malicious challenges. Very good sportsmanship. Here's a second foul in quick succession. FC Masar picking up free kicks and gaining ground as they inch closer towards ASEC Mimosas' goal. This time it's Mariam Diawara, the culprit, and Amira Mohamed to take. Bit of a chaotic clearance. Doesn't have much distance either as Abdel Samad collects. She's earned a throw in. And FC Masar doing well to cut the rhythm a little bit. It's in their favor. They're a side that are very proficient on set pieces and dead ball situations. Samad crossing with her left foot is Ogebin. She's won a corner kick, so the last 2 minutes through free kick, throw in, deflection. They've gone from their own half of the pitch So now winning a corner on the left side of ASEC Mimosa. And Maïra Ali. Can she be the architect and design a delivery which leads to the opener? She picked up an assist on match day 3 from the set piece. Oh, it's scuffed. It's not dealt with yet. Going to ground was Balopa Etopa. She made a lot of contact. I believe it's Anastasia Bi was on the receiving end of that challenge as she was making her clearance. It was not a very tranquil moment for ASEC Mimosa supporters. On the contrary, very nervy defending, but they get the job done. And they've weathered that initial storm. ASEC Mimosa, they've been more potent in phases of the match where the ball is not cut out. They're better in open play than from set pieces. They've demonstrated that throughout this tournament as well. The cross safely into the gloves of Habiba Sabri. ASEC Mimosa going through it. Ouedraogo, she gets through she squeezes through, goes down in the box, looks at the referee, claiming she was fouled. And Sino Tiananukwa thinks otherwise. Ouedraogo sees brilliantly to get away from 3 Masar players, and it's Amira Mohammed comes to meet her. There surely is a challenge, but is it enough for a foul or a penalty kick? Just looked as if Ouedraogo, as she was about to accelerate inside of the box, is brought down, but there needs to be a little bit more to convince Ansino Tiananukwa. Unless video assistant referee has a second look. In any case, Abibou Ouedraogo, a very fast goal scorer. In her 2 seasons that she's been an ASEC Mimosa player, she's scored 75 goals. She was also the top goal scorer of the qualifiers. The incident's being looked over on replay. It doesn't seem as if the video assistant referee room has noted an infringement. So play will carry on. Still 0-0 between these 2 powerhouses. The champions of Côte d'Ivoire, ASEC Mimosa, against the champions of Egypt, SC Masar, battling it out for a place in the finals and a date with ISFAR, last year's finalists. ASEC Mimosa are only the 5th West African club to reach the semifinals. And they're coming against a team that was at this stage last season, but bowed out. Going to ground is Fofana, so the tension in this match is starting to increase, and Aliso Gebe has picked up a yellow card, which means that she will miss the next match. Oh, that's devastating for Aliso Gebe. If FC Masar reach the final, she won't be able to feature. Going to challenge with that was clumsy from Aliso Gebe. the 30-year-old Nigerian with the most experienced player on FC Masar's roster. Getting carried away with perhaps the emotions of wanting to win the ball. She goes into the booking. Ami Presque Diallo, good hold-up play. The one-touch cross from Aisha Fofanaz. Not towards any of her teammates, or was it Abou Yapo? As we see the FC Masar Academy players of Egypt cheering on the senior women's side. Handball inside of the box. And ASEC Mimosas, who are inching towards the goal. Are stopped for now. FC Masar as well are entering the history of women's football in Africa. They are the third team after Mamelodi Sundowns and Asfar to reach the semi-final in their first 2 appearances. Quite good company to be in. And if they are to qualify to the final, they would play against Asfar, who they met already in this year's edition, a 0-0 matchday 1 group stage match. But it's also the team that eliminated them in the last year's semi-final. They'll be able to exact vengeance, but more so book a place to represent Africa at the first ever FIFA Club Women's World Cup. Here's Aisha Fofana. The one-touch clearance. Good use of her body to shield the ball by Mathilda Dagba. Ami Presque Diallo. She'll find Abibou Ouedraogo. Wouldn't be surprised if she goes for goal. Flies over the net of Habiba Sabri. But that is one of the weapons in her toolkit. Abibou Ouedraogo. She's able to be threatening with shots from distance. That was another speculative effort. But frustration in her reaction. She does have the standards to do better. Just 2 minutes until we reach the end of the first half regulation time. Still nothing to separate these two sides, who have given so much energy and injected rhythm in this match. Confirmation that Aliso Gebe will be missing the final or 3rd place match. It's another handball. Bigdash returns possession a bit carelessly. Can ASEC Mimosas make the most of it? Presque Diallo, patient approach play. Mariam Diawara and Habiba Bigdash recovers well, but she's now conceded a corner kick. And the final minute of the first half approaches. Of course, there will be some added time, which will be announced by the 4th official in 60 seconds or less. But ASEC Mimosas, who haven't been able to find the back of the net through a corner kick this tournament, can they do so now? It's worked from the training ground. Habiba Sabri extending her palms. Ouedraogo involved here, going to battle. She loses against Fiona Nabulime. Stays strong in the duel. And Umbamba, who chased all the way to the byline. Can't get on the end of that clearance. It's ASEC Mimosas. We're finishing on the front foot. Les Actionnaires, oh, that's given away. Mahira Ali, can they mount a quick counter-attack? Oh, it's a rushed play. And FC Masar will have to see how their coach Abdelrahman Ayed decides to approach his team talk. There were surely a lot of positives for the Cairo-based club, but they've come against a side that are very physical, strong in the challenges, and in open play are threatening. If anything, ASEC Mimosas, the only improvement they need to make is in their finishing, while FC Masar haven't seemed to have gotten as close as the visitors to scoring from open play. They did have that exceptional free kick by Azat Mbamba, which was saved brilliantly by Dabigu. Oh, Nabulime, so precious in the midfield, Fiona Nabulime. Azat Mbamba. A goal in stoppage time would completely change the team talks as well as the psychology in approaching the match. Could FC Masar land a critical punch? And Guisson recovers well and thwarts the possible attack from mounting. A good recovery from Mahir Ali, keeping possession. Amira Mohammed, how precious she's been, the captain. She's had to work so hard to keep her side from conceding any goals against these imposing forwards, and Abibou Ouedraogo and Ami Presque Diallo, who you see on your screen. Here, being escorted by Shad Ghonim. 1 minute left in added time. ASEC Mimosas developing down the middle of the pitch. Fiona Nabulime, another interception and recovery. Great shift of the body from Mbamba. She'll take her chance from distance. Never had the height or the weight on the shot. Mbamba has been the most stirring, dangerous element. But a look of almost deflation. She turns to the bench. Perhaps should have waited to play with their teammates. Volopo Etopa's pass to nobody. Abdelrahman Ayed pointing to reposition one of his players. 5 seconds left to go. All eyes on Ansinio Tianyanukwa. Will she blow her whistle? She'll let this play go until to the end. They have to be quick here. ASEC Mimosas, not much time. Cutting in. Oh, it's from the back of the net! They knocked the first blow of the semi-final. And it's Ami Presque Diallo. Seconds from the end of the first half. It's ASEC Mimosas, the club from Abidjan, that draw first blood. Stunned are FC Masar. And it's Ami Presque Diallo who grabs her third goal of the tournament. And what a moment. Is she in an offside position? That's to be reviewed by the video assistant referee. Ouedraogo is involved. The layoff on the left. And Mariam Diawara searches for Dagba, getting away from Biktash. And it seems as if fatigue played a real role. FC Masar drained of energy. Dagba's cross met by Ami Presque Diallo, who's in movement, the outside of her right foot. And it's a beautiful finish. This time, Amira Mohammed, for all her efforts, they were futile. And FC Masar will go into the halftime with an incredibly different mentality, an incredibly different spirit. ASEC Mimosas, the same could be said for them. They're rewarded for all their efforts. Waiting for the confirmation of the goal from Ansinio Tianyanukwa. It's a very close decision. Was Ami Presque Diallo, if she's kept onside, it's through Shad Ghonim. It looks as if perhaps it's the right arm of Ami Presque Diallo. That could lead to an overturn of the call. In any case, it's very close. Whatever the decision, it will be contentious. Supporters of FC Masar are surely to call for an offside. ASEC Mimosas believe it's onside, surely. It's based on how video assistant referee will relook at these images. They have the final say on whether Encino Tianyanuka should look at the screen as well. The lineswoman didn't raise her flag, so it's a very close call. Ami Prescadialo was almost wandering unchecked inside of that 6-yard box, and then pounces before at that near post. It's going to be reviewed. Offside. Never mind. FC Masar handing a lifeline, and drama here in Ismaila before the halftime. Premature celebrations from ASEC Mimosas, but this stadium has just erupted of noise. The offside is celebrated like a goal. And it's halftime. Incredible roller coaster of emotions here in Ismaila. FC Masar were potentially down a goal against ASEC Mimosas. And after video assistant review, the goal has been annulled. It's 0-0 heading into the opening 45 minutes. And Encino Tianyanuka making the ultimate decision to cancel the goal scored, well, thought to be scored by Ami Prescadialo at the 45th minute at +3. Everything left to play for into the second half, which is inviting you to not leave your seats. Drama in Ismaila. And for ASEC Mimosas, who thought they were going into this discussion with the lead, have to keep their heads up, maintain their composure, and reintroduce some of the same ingredients that they showed in this first half, which were clearly allowing for them to gain possession, gain space, and create chances from open play. As for FC Masar, they can count themselves more than warned. They need to be aware of the dangers that can be posed by ASEC Mimosas, and also have a talk about mounting attacks of their own. was the second and last semi-final of the Women's Champions League, played in Ismaïla at the Suez Canal Stadium between ASEC Mimosas of Côte d'Ivoire and FC Masar of Egypt. FC Masar pressed into their own half. Bouedraogo sending in a dangerous ball, but swiped away by Habiba Sabri, only diffusing the danger temporarily. The best chance for the host nation side came from Hazat Umbamba through set piece. She thought she had perhaps scored, but didn't count on the heroic save of Nina Yadi Dabilgou. Great technique in the strike. But then Dabilgou fully extending to her left to parry the ball onto the frame. A seemingly dangerous ball was then made a mess of by Habiba Sabri. Ami Preska Diallo laying it off to Essie Matilda Dagba, the number 15 for ASEC Mimosa, with only the goal to aim for, struck the post. Initially was there on the pass, believed until the very end. And with her side-footed attempt, the ball kept curling away. And then a little bit controversy at the end of this match. A goal annulled the last moment. FC Masar warned, but escape unscathed. It's 0-0 going into the second half here in Ismaïla.
explore and invent. Be all that you can be, moving forward without limitations. Because the world is out there, ready to be explored.
As the players make their return to the pitch after halftime team talks. If you missed out on the opening 45 minutes, it was quite dramatic. FC Masar, the host representative from Cairo, part of the Right to Dream project, taking on ASEC Mimosas, champions of Côte d'Ivoire, who qualified via the West African Union B tournament, defeating Bayelsa Queens dramatically in penalties. This match, both sides had their says, had something to say offensively speaking, also defensively shining. At the very last play of the game, ASEC Mimosas thought they had taken the lead via Ami Presca Diallo, who was found inside of the box, but upon review, the upper portion of her right arm was in an offside position. And the referee, Ansino Tianyanukwa, annulled the goal. So 0-0 going into the match. Interesting from FC Masar, who kick us off, attacking from left to right, but send the ball directly out of bounds and surrender possession. ASEC Mimosas in their yellow kits, attacking from right to left. Shad from the throw-in, playing back to the captain. Tries to switch play. The initial ball stopped by Ouedraogo. And pouncing on an opening was Hazat Mbamba. Mbamba working her defenders. Her path is blocked, going to ground, but the assistant referee is well positioned. Didn't raise her flag to call for a foul. Bigtash strong in her challenge. FC Masar attempting to build on the right side. Ball goes out of bounds in front of their manager, Abdelrahman Ayed. Here's the manager of ASEC Mimosas, Siaka Gigi Traoré. Manager who's been at the club since 2023. What a rise it's been for FC Masar. They find themselves back in a semi-final after featuring in last year's Final four of the Women's Champions League. They lost to AS FAR on a scoreline of 2-1. Still picked up the bronze medal. Mayra Ali, the architect, cuts it back. It's an interesting ball. There's space on the left, but taking the solo route was Hazat Umbamba. To pity, because Hala Abdasamad was isolated and almost forgotten on the left side of the box. And the first half chance belongs to FC Masar of the second half. Can ASEC Mimosas respond almost instantly? Great recovery from Abdasamad. Safe pass into Mayra Ali. Vertical playing from FC Masar, who wastes no time in getting into the box. It's Yasmin's cross. Blocked by the incoming Mariam Diawara. Mariam Diawara, who was involved in the final plays, well, in the final play that led to that cancelled goal, developed on the left. And immediately it seems as if FC Masri have received instructions from Abdelrahman Ayed to develop a lot more free-flowing football, but also more direct style. Play between the lines through the passing. Yasmin Abdelaziz, I believe, was underutilized in the first half with all the qualities she brings. Strong duel inside of the 6-yard box between Bolopo Etopa and Abibou Ouedraogo. Mayra Ali's second post cross. Tipped by Dabilgou. Ogebe cuts it back to her left foot. Fortunately for ASEC Mimosas, Dabilgou's hands were safe because Bolopo Etopa was itching to get on the end of that cross. Well-timed slide tackle from Emira Mohamed. Confirming the excellent performance she's putting in this second semi-final of the Women's Champions League. The first took place earlier on at this very venue between Le Tout-Puissant Mazembe, who were second place of Group B, and AS FAR of Rabat, who were the winners of Group A. Ended 0-0 after 90 minutes and even 30 minutes of extra time. Nothing to separate the two sides. It was the penalty shootouts. Our goalkeeper Ermici made key saves. And as far as penalty kick takers, were more composed. And TP Mazembe is. So TP Mazembe will play in the third place match against the loser of this game, while the winner has a date set with a formidable opponent in AS FAR, which will be the crowning and closing game of this African Women's Champions League. Join in on the conversation with the hashtag CAF WCL 2025. Love to hear your thoughts on this match and everything Women's Champions League. Oh, it's a good layoff into the path of the incoming. I believe it was Mariam Diawara. Ouedraogo fakes a shot. Ami Presque Diallo using the overlap. Oh, it's a good cross in. Help back. And it's a poor finish. In the end, it does find the back of the net. Is there offsides? No reason to call for offside this time. And Ancino Chanyanukwa points to the center spot. And it's Essi Matilda Dagba who gets the last touch. FC Masar looking shell-shocked. And the response after An exhilarating beginning of this second half by FC Masar comes from ASEC Mimosas. The champions of Côte d'Ivoire seem to have landed the first punch in the stomach to FC Masar, who looked gutted to be conceding. Completely left open was Dagba. Oh, and she is in an offside position. This goal will be annulled. This will surely be cancelled. Ici Mathilda Dagba is in an offside position. And video assistant referee will surely cancel this goal again. Mathilda Dagba should have done a lot better there. Well, no, it wasn't Mathilda Dagba, excuse me. And Guesson should have done a lot better there. And this is a much simpler decision from the video assistant referee. And expect to hear cheers resonate around the stadium from FC Masar supporters. It's an offside. So 2 for 2. VAR having to intervene twice. This time, a much simpler decision. Ici Mathilda Dagba clearly offsides, but Nadège and Guesson should have put the ball into the back of the net. ASEC Mimosas have squandered opportunities through small details, and FC Masar are very well in it. From a psychological standpoint, Siaka Gigi Traoré has to ensure his side don't lose morale. They've been denied 2 goals after video assisted refereeing. They celebrated putting the ball into the back of the net. Both times the scoreline returned to 0-0. But they truly are exploiting gaps in the defense of FC Masar thanks to these crossing situations, especially on the left side. Bigtash taking a risk with the ball at her feet, and Ami Priska Diallo almost invited to charge towards goal. She shoots. Oh, it strikes the post! What a solo attempt from Ami Priska Diallo. She cut onto her right foot in front of a wall of FC Masar players. Sent in an effort, and Habiba Sabri completely beaten. Curved at the last moment onto the frame. And FC Masar are on wobbly legs. ASEC Mimosas have done everything but score. And it remains 0-0. Open for either side to take. FC Masar keen on slowing the pace of the match down. It's much to their advantage if they're able to pick up a corner or a free kick. That's where they've really shined. Also through the quality of Mayra Ali. Escaping the press. Dagba, Ouedraogo. Counting on the incoming run of Aisha Fofana. Aisha Fofana, much too predictable. And Fiona Naboulime offering a lot of oxygen with that defensive play. But ASEC Mimosas positioned themselves well to recover. Shot from distance, Habiba Ouedraogo controls it down, lays it off on the right. There she is again, but Amira Mohamed. Perfect defending from Amira Mohamed. Here's Yasmin. Not shown a channel to run into. But now there is space, suddenly, on the left for Hala Abdel Samed. Mahir Ali opting to go alone. Oh, you could see what she was aiming for. She does look for Hala Abdel Samed. He's going to struggle to keep the ball in play. ASEC Mimosas having to be well positioned defensively there. Dagba hurrying the attack. Nobody on the receiving end of Abdelaziz from FC Masar. And Ouedraogo picks up the ball in a little bit of space, gets away from 1, 2. Can she shoot? ASEC Mimosas are teasing an attack. The cross is floated, and Habiba Sabri captures the ball. Mahir Ali, 4 ASEC Mimosas players behind her. Ogebe combining with Yasmin. Ogebe in space! And the left-footed attempt. It's a little bit too weak to threaten. But it's that direct style of play which has worked wonders for FC Masar in this second half. Mahir Ali finding Ogebe, who then searches for Yasmin. Just 2 passes, covers so much ground for FC Masar's side. ASEC Mimosas, who are newcomers in this tournament, virtually unknown on the women's continental football scene, truly making a name for themselves thanks to these performances in the Women's Champions League this year. The men's side has already lifted the male Champions League trophy in 1995. Dabigou corrals the ball safely. But the women's side are eager to add to the trophy cabinet and match their male counterparts. Ouedraogo unable to be stopped until again Amira Mohammed gets in her way, taking time to clear. Danger averted, and the pace of the match is starting to feel the fatigue in these players. Heavier legs. This is their 4th match in 10 days. Physical fitness truly is a factor. Double challenge from Anastasie Behi, defending with so much might. Oh, the overlapping run, it's timed to perfection. The cross is not well executed. So we reach the hour mark. 30 minutes left to be played in the second half. Still anyone's game. ASEC Mimosas have had 2 goals overruled by video assistant referee, but by no means does it mean they are certain of qualifying. If anything, the task is even made more difficult given that they've had to deal with the emotional roller coasters of believing they've had the lead twice and it being stripped. As for FC Masar, they seem to be a little bit static, starting to feel the weight of this competition. They played very high-level matches all throughout the game. That was a great challenge from Bolopo Etopa, crunching tackle within the rules of the game. Ami Prescadiaro feeling the full force of the slide tackle. all of the ball and collecting a lot of Ami Presca Diallo. That's the initial offside call. You can see the upper right section of Ami Presca Diallo as well as her left foot were in an offside position. She was just so close. Yasmin still on the floor. And the cross punched away, clattered into by Ouedraogo, who believed until the very last moment. And 3 players on the grass. Both players seem to be worse for wear from those challenges. Yasmin also struggling to get back to her feet. It's a little bit of a carnage. Habiba Sabri seems to be in an immense amount of pain. Clattered into by Habibou Ouedraogo, arriving at full force. Ouedraogo is a tall customer. And we'll see the first change of the match made by Siaka Gigi Traoré. It's going to be Yeti Doudou Touré to come on for Ankisi Nadej Nguesson. Nguesson, who could have perhaps scored the opening goal in the second half. She had the clear sight on goal on the frame, but mistimed her effort. And Yeti Doudou Touré, who played her first minutes of the tournament on match day 3, even started against Gaborone United. She comes on. Absolutely clattered into by Ouedraogo. Habiba Sabri receiving. Medical care to recover and play at her top level. Habiba Sabri, who was nominated as the FIFA best women's World 11, the first Egyptian player in a domestic league to ever be nominated for FIFA Women's the Best. Incredible achievement, especially with her young age, just 19 years old. The infancy stage of her career. Surely see many more performances at the top level. Habiba. Ouedraogo also struggling to recover. Seems as if she's applying ice to top of her calf, thigh. And also back on her feet is Yasmin. Good footwork from Mayra Ali. Is challenged and brought down. Ami Presca Diallo, an attacker who's defended quite well in this game. Ami Presca Diallo, but this time had her eye on the ball, but got the player instead. So Ouedraogo has also returned to the pitch. As you see her already sprinting to press Shad Ghonim, who was under immense pressure. Aliso Gebe reading the trajectory well. Exquisite hold-up play from the number 10. Let down a little bit by Halab Dassamad, who, as for how much work she put in the first half, we haven't seen her, the ball at her feet, too often in the second half. The majority, the lion's share of FC Masar's build-up play has been taking place on the opposite end of the pitch, well, the opposite wing. Mayra Ali gives away possession. ASEC Mimosa transition from defense to attack quickly. They aim to do so with Redraugo. Her cross doesn't find a bidder. Beşiktaş naive in her dribbling, and she's put her team in a little bit of a precarious situation. Beşiktaş recovers well, and it's ASEC Mimosas who have the last touch of the ball. Fiona Nabulime ushered out of bounds. The rhythm of the match has slowed down a little bit, the tempo. We're not seeing as many combinations as we did in the earlier stages. You can tell in the last 7 minutes or so, we've seen fatigue take over a little bit. Siaka Gigi Traoré introduced a substitute. We see Abdelrahman Ayed, the manager of FC Masar, also looking to his bench. The substitutes who perhaps have already finished their warm-ups and are going to be entering the fray. ASEC Mimosas, the newcomers to this tournament, looking to upset the continent and eliminate the side that finished in third place. Presque Diallo, strong in her challenge with Beşiktaş. Ogebe, good sense of timing with her dribbling, but all alone. Umbamba surrounded by 3 defenders. With Raogo, what can she muster up? It's a lofted pass, and then she makes no mistake. Ami Presque Diallo, offside again. Could this be reviewed by VAR? It seemed as if Ami Presque Diallo started her run before the... Let's see this again. Oh, she is in an offside position yet again. Ami Presque Diallo didn't time her run properly. Smashed the ball into the back of the net past Habiba Sabri, but yet again, credit to FC Masar's defensive line there. They held strong, they held organized. No player followed the run of Ami Presque Diallo. The pass from Abibou Traogo was almost perfect. And the finish was of the highest caliber, but so 3 goals denied through offsides for ASEC Mimosas, who just can't quite find the winning recipe yet against FC Masar, who are a very difficult side to score against. Finalists as far also didn't manage to score against FC Masar in the group stages, and they now find themselves set to play for the trophy on Friday against who? That is yet to be determined. 20 minutes in regulation time. If the score does remain 0-0, or even the sides are drawn after 90 minutes plus added time, we will go to 2 periods of 15 minutes. ASEC Mimosas with Raogo, challenged by Amira Mohamed. The clearance doesn't have any weight or distance to it. Abdelaziz was late. And Siaka Gigi Traoré, emphatic in pointing to the spot of the foul. It's Yasmin who overcommitted in her challenge. That's poor technique in the tackle. As much as you could enjoy Julia Bolopo Etopa's tackle earlier on in the second half, that is not one that is under control. Almost does well to escape without a yellow card there, Yasmin Abdelaziz. Clearly more adept in front of the goal than having to defend, but She is a feisty player. Perhaps also a sign of frustration. We haven't seen her with the ball at her feet too often in this match. Habiba Sabri, will she have to pull out more heroics as we've seen from her? It's a lofted ball into the box. Not cleared yet. Oh, it finds the back of the net! And there's no denying this one! It's a magisterial shot! Essie Matilda Dagba! Where did that come from? Out of this world! Oh, she's rifles the ball into the roof of the net. And ASEC Mimosas can celebrate. And who other than Essie Matilda Dagba, a rocket ship that kept rising and rising. And nothing Habiba Sabri could do. Nothing at all. That's a bad clearance from Balopo Etopa. It was a complicated ball to deal with. The trajectory of the cross was looping, and then Dagba sets it down and only had one thing on her mind. Blast the net. And Sabri got a palm to it, but not enough. It's 1-0 for ASEC Mimosa. And the champions of Côte d'Ivoire are leading against the champions of Egypt in this semi-final in Ismaila. And they are rewarded for all their efforts. ASEC Mimosa have been the most offensively threatening in this match. Of course, it's not always the case that the side that creates the most scores, but in this situation, in today's match, they finally broken the deadlock. And Dagba, again, searching for more. Signed in the summer, Essie Matilda Dagba. What an asset. She scores her first goal of the CAF Women's Champions League. And what relief for ASEC Mimosa. A goal that finally doesn't have to go through video assistant referee. Antonio Tianyanyukwa calling back for a foul on Habibou Ouedraogo. So difficult to deal with. Habibou Ouedraogo. See, it was the arms of Shad Ghonim that rendered the Burkinabés challenge on the ball and rendered her off balance. Sieti Doudou Touré, the substitute, in charge of the free kick, and she plays it short. So Mimosa now, can they add to their lead and just get that little bit of extra comfort, because FC Masar are dangerous until the final second. They are a side that are rife with belief in themselves. Headed clearance doesn't go very far, and Aliso Gebe, the forward, having to contribute to the defensive efforts. Yasmin doing well to just get enough on the ball to carry on the momentum of the play. Ogebe brought down by Erika Rosalie Nunoué, the captain. Has to be a little bit careful. She is on a yellow card. Another one today would cause her to miss the next match. It's already the case for Aliso Gebe. Taking time to get back up to her feet. A Nigerian forward who is on 1 goal in this tournament. Former player for Real Betis in Spain, as well as Red Star Belgrade in Serbia. Also featured for the Nigerian national team in the 2019 World Cup. Her experience has been so valuable. She's been one of the brighter sparks in this match for FC Masar in a game where they've really had to deal with so much traffic towards their goal. Yasmin, the physical challenge imposed by ASEC Mimosa. Look at the speed of Ouedraogo, who's gonna go on this foot race with Amira Mohammed, who's beaten with Raugo. She gets the last touch. But she was comfortable taking on Shad Ghonim and Amira Mohammed, and confident in her chances of going for goal. What an outlet she is offensively. Consistently high performing. Abibou Ouedraogo. Ami Presque Diallo. She too valuable on this side. Dribbling around. Alice Ogebe, who makes her return to the pitch, almost with a lot of zeal, wins the ball back. What a superb shot it was from Essie Matilda Dagba to find the back of the net. Essie Matilda Dagba, who formerly played for Sekala Sport. As there's a challenge. Foul called. Joined in the summertime. She's written her name in the history books of ASEC Mimosas. It's women's side. The first player to score for ASEC Mimosas in the knockout stages. Risky pass from Dabilgou, but it pans out, excuse me. And the late and great goal scorer, Farah, is waiting to come on and make her impact on this match. For viewers of the Women's Champions League and followers of FC Masar's journey to getting here, it's Farah, the forward, who wears number 12 for FC Masar, who scored that equalizer against Ousfasa Bamako. And Alice Ogebe will be exiting the pitch for the final time of this tournament. Decision by Abdelrahman Ayed, perhaps also linked to that challenge she received. Injecting some fresh legs. And Farah Al-Mahdi, clearly a fan favorite. The heroic goal scorer, match day 3. Can she reproduce magic on the pitch? Alice Ogebe, her shoulder on great shape. Other space on the left. Umbamba, can she get a final touch? And Abdel Samad left asking for the ball with Raugo. Is she going to go on her own? Shifting her body from left to right. Waited for the support of Touré. That's a careless giveaway for both sides in quick succession. And we've reached the 80th minute of the 90 to be played in regulation time. There will definitely be several minutes of additional time once we cross the 90th minute mark. Oh, it's an imprecise pass, and it goes straight to the incoming substitute, Farah. See, Farah brings a lot of height. Is dangerous from set pieces. The issue is that FC Masar haven't done enough to win a free kick or a corner kick. They're looking very static, perhaps even fatigued. What a run they've been on to even arrive here against Ousfasa Bamako. It was an uphill battle that they managed to claim in the dying minutes of extra time. It was a battle of attrition against Ousfasa Bamako, who put up such a great fight. Group A was very difficult overall between AS FAR, FC Masar, Ousfasa Bamako, and 15 de Agosto, who, although they lost 5-0 to FC Masar on match day 2, they were seriously energetic and motivated opponent. Habiba Safara. They've won a throw in. What they can wish for at this point is, can they get a foul or get a free kick, excuse me, or a corner? That's what they clearly could be aiming for, unless they spread the ball to the left. But before they can even accomplish that, oh, it's well done. That's an excellent ball from Shad Gonim. Reinvigorates the attack. Not just the boot of Anastasie Beyi arrives at the right time to put an end to that wave of attack. And a route one option. Abibou Ouedraogo, it's always a good idea to search for her. What a duel it's been with Amira Mohamed. Two players at the peak of their talents, competing and with fearlessness. That's been so enjoyable to watch. Abibou Ouedraogo and Amira Mohamed. Fascinating battle. Both players almost at the same time readjusting. With a sense of fatigue, Abibou Ouedraogo has left it all on the pitch. How many more sprints does she have left in her, the number 7 for ASEC Mimosas? We're looking to write history. They're just minutes away from stomping their ticket to the final. As debutantes of this tournament, they already made a splash in reaching the semifinals. The only debutante team to still be in this tournament. Dabigou completely clattered into by Yasmin, who did not check her run. And Dabigou, as well as Mariam Diawara, seem worse for wear. See this again, it almost seemed as if Diawara got a touch to it before. No, she did not. She did a good job. And Dabigou almost taking the knee of Yasmin to the face. Yasmin did her best to try to avoid the incoming Dabigou, but it was milliseconds for her to make her choice. The supporters surely mostly in favor of SC Masar in the stadium in Ismaila. Haven't had too much to cheer for. Haven't seen the offensive display. That illuminated Group A. Some great memories FC Masar brought from that cascade of goals on match day 2, drawing as far after being defeated to them, facing their demons, holding a 0-0 draw with Habiba, performing to the top of her abilities. Match day 3, facing elimination and remaining brave and focused and concentrated until the very end, where they're able to snatch their spot to this match from the fire. And now they're facing a very difficult challenge. ASEC Mimosas, a strong side that are spearheaded by not only Abibou Ouedraogo, but our supporting cast of Essie Matilda Dagba and Ami Preska Diallo. That forward trident of players that have really run rampant on the defense of FC Masar this evening. This could be their 3rd win of the tournament after winning twice in the group stages. ASEC Mimosas, they defeated the title holders Tout-Puissant Mazembe on their first match, which sent shockwaves around the tournament. It's cleared and play has resumed. Habiba Sabri will rush to put ball back into play. And ASEC Mimosas are confirming that they really are a second half team. Of their 7 goals scored in this tournament, 6 have come in the second half. It's good work from Diawara. And Presque Diallo using her heel elegantly. And Amira Mohammed leading the revolt. Amir Mohammed again. And into the pocket. It's Mayra Ali. Yasmin. We need to see something special here from FC Masar. Farah hold on to it. Yasmin is in the box. Can she create? They have to spread it to the left. Perhaps a penalty call. It's not over yet. Hala Abdelsamad. Can she find it on her own? She's going to go on her own. Runs into a wall of yellow and black. Oh, his video assistant referee going to review the challenge on Hasnat Umbamba. Scenes here. FC Masar. It was Yasmin who played it to Hasnat Umbamba, who was brought down. Seems it was a clumsy challenge. That might just be enough for video assistant referee to review the play. Hasnat Umbamba brought down from behind. Well, if you were to look at how Aisha Fofana reacts, she says she doesn't make any contact with Hasnat Umbamba, but upon looking at the replay, her right foot stomps on the number 7 of FC Masar, and it seems as if FC Masar may be handed a lifeline from the penalty spot. In front of the supporters of the Right to Dream Academy. And it hasn't been reviewed. Play will carry on. So not enough for a penalty to be given. ASEC Mimosas. And Aisha Fofana, her defensive intervention. Deemed clean enough to not merit a penalty. ASEC Mimosas just 30 seconds away from reaching the 90th minute, where they'll see how much time will be added on. Surely there'll be quite a little bit, given all the stoppages, as well as for medical checks and medical stoppages. Five minutes of added time, minimum to be played. ASEC Mimosas are 5 minutes away from reaching the final of the Women's Champions League here in Egypt, with Raogo slaloming into the box. Finally, she's pickpocketed, and Amira Mohammed, who's left it all on the pitch, the captain. Oh, perhaps a cynical challenge from Hasnat Umbamba. Anastasia Bey seems to be in a significant amount of pain in her duel with Umbamba, requesting medical attention. Oh, it's the cleat of Umbamba that was showing. Seems as if she made it to the ball first, but dangerous play from the 19-year-old speedster Hasnat Umbamba, who has been found inside of the box the second half. Perhaps what was lacking was that second pass to even continue shifting from right to left. It seems as if Hala Abdelsamad was alone and perhaps oftentimes forgotten. Maybe that would have been the key to finding the chink in the armor of FC Masar, of ASEC Mimosas, excuse me. There's going to be a yellow card for Aisha Fofana. The first for ASEC Mimosas for her challenge on Mahira Ali. As fatigue really instills in this amongst both sets of players. See less controlled challenges, less controlled emotions perhaps as well. This is the fourth match to be played since the beginning of the tournament, which will come to an end on Friday. Of course, for FC Masar supporters, it's not all over. They'll be playing for third place as they did last year, which would be a little bit of a disappointment compared to the objective set by the club going into this tournament. They wanted to reach the final, but as of right now, they've come up against a very strong side in ASEC Mimosas. Al Abdel Samad exits the fray. On comes Emir Al Cassis. That's a clearance that has a lot of weight to it. Not a pass to Ami Preska Diallo. 3 minutes played. Of course, there was already some time lost. So there may be a little bit more than the 5 minutes, but that's at the discretion of Ancino Tianyanyukwa, the referee of this encounter. ASEC Mimosas in possession. Amir Mohammed fully committed to the clearance and challenged late. Noor Abdel Wahed. The edge of the box, ready on the edge of the pitch, ready to come on as well. Yasmin. Defining moment perhaps to win possession for her side as they've got to muster an attack, and can they create something? They need to find some inspiration from somewhere. Perhaps Mahira Ali, who's asking for it. Bigtash spreading it to Miral Cassis, but she's covered. Mahira Ali, one-touch pass of Fiona Nabulime. Yasmin chases on. She gets to it. It's a second post cross and into the box. It wasn't pretty, but efficient in the end. Nina Yadidabilgu holds on to the ball, and she may have put an end to the hopes of FC Masar in this tournament, who may be bowing out in the semifinals as they did in last year's edition. As for ASEC Mimosas, for a debut, it seems as if they are the side that are going to be meeting against the Moroccan side of Asfar in the final on Friday. Diawara, she's challenged. The number 14, and now we've crossed the 5 minutes, but due to all the stoppages, Yasmin, who conceded the foul that led to the goal, conceded the free kick that led to the goal scored by ASEC Mimosas, again challenging recklessly for all that she has in skill and dribbling, her slide tackling she lacks. And you could see these smiles starting to appear on the faces of ASEC Mimosas substitutes. Seka Gigi Traoré only made one change in this match. It was the introduction of Yeti Doudou Touré, excuse me. Abdel Wahed comes on. Shotgunim, but how much time will Noor Abdel Wahed have to express herself, as well as the second change for Brou. Almost, I'll have to be careful, it's not premature celebrations from ASEC Mimosas. Sophie Philomène Brou coming on for Ami Preska Diallo, who her influence on this match cannot be understated. She was absolutely immense, Ami Preska Diallo, in this performance. The throw in. Brou. The clearance comes off her own teammate in Dagba. And FC Masar, with now 2 minutes pass. Oh, it's recovered by Brou, the substitute, who's going to get on her wheels. and provoke. She loses in her challenge to Fiona Nabulime. And it's another throw in. And we must be approaching the final whistle. ASEC Mimosas just seconds away from stopping their ticket to playing in the final. Oh, it's heads in the hands for FC Masar's players. And that's a final whistle from Bantino Tenyanukwa. FC Masar bow out. ASEC Mimosas are in the final. The debutants from Côte d'Ivoire have defeated the host nation side with another second half goal. They truly are a second half threat. And they have a date with ASFAR on Friday. As for FC Masar, it's a repeat of last year's edition. So close yet again. But they just lacked that finishing touch today against ASEC Mimosas, who had an abundance of attacking firepower as well as defensive solidity. A complete performance from les Jaunes et Noirs, who are now just one victory away from adding a trophy to their cabinet to match the men's side. ASEC Mimosas, the men's team that failed to qualify to the Champions League this year, a real disappointment amongst the club. But the women are truly a bright and shining light for Côte d'Ivoire, and their teams can rejoice. Their supporters may rejoice. From obscurity on the women's scene to the bright lights of the CAF Women's Champions League final, ASEC Mimosas are your finalists, and they will play against ASFAR. They've also guaranteed the runners-up prize of $400,000 US. It's an all-around successful day for the club from Abidjan. And doing it in Ismaïla, the home nation of FC Masar, in front of all their supporters. A very difficult task, but they stayed true to their values of play, to their philosophy. And it's a united squad that you see. And the woman of the match, Essie Mathilda Dagba, the goal scorer. Essie Dagba's left-footed strike, which almost blew a hole in the back of Abiba Sabri's net against one of the best goalkeepers in the African continent, one of the best goalkeepers in women's football altogether. What a moment that was.
Pour ce trophée. Où est-ce que vous allez le placer?
Je vais placer ça dans notre maison. Je suis tellement contente. Je suis tellement contente.
Est-ce que vous avez une personne spéciale à qui vous dédiez ce trophée ou c'est toute l'équipe?
Toute l'équipe et aussi spécialement à ma mère qui m'a soutenue depuis le début.
D'accord. Alors qu'est-ce que cela représente pour vous d'obtenir ce trophée de la Woman of the Match?
C'est une fierté pour nous, c'est une fierté.
Pour une première participation, l'ASEC est en finale. Est-ce que c'est un scénario auquel vous avez pensé avant d'arriver en Égypte? Bien sûr,
bien sûr. Depuis le jour où on a gagné la finale de l'UFOAB, on a cru.
Félicitations.
Merci beaucoup.
Vous allez célébrer avec l'équipe.
So Dagba, the woman of the match, said that she dedicated this trophy to her team, but also her mother, and that the team always believed in themselves going into this tournament, that they could reach the final, and they've accomplished what they set out to do by defeating FC Masar on a line of 1-0. The only goal of the semifinals in play came from Dagba's foot. And they have a date with ASFAR on Friday.